The air hung heavy, thick with the scent of damp earth and something ancient. It was as if the very essence of time had been trapped within these walls, whispering secrets of a world long forgotten. A chill permeated the air, seeping into John's bones despite his heavy jacket. The cold was not just a physical sensation but a reminder of the isolation and the unknown that lay ahead. His headlamp cut a narrow beam through the oppressive darkness, revealing walls slick with moisture. Each step he took echoed softly, a testament to the vast emptiness surrounding him. The silence was absolute, broken only by the sound of dripping water, each drop echoing like a drumbeat in the cavern's vastness. It was a rhythmic reminder of the slow passage of time in this subterranean world. This was the belly of the earth, a place where the sun's rays dared not reach, a place of mystery and danger. Here, the rules of the surface world did not apply, and the unknown reigned supreme. John felt a tremor of unease, a primal instinct warning him of the sheer power of the earth above him. It was a feeling that both thrilled and terrified him, a reminder of his own insignificance in the face of nature's grandeur. He pushed the feeling aside. He had trained for moments like this, where fear could cloud judgment and hesitation could mean danger. He had ventured into the unknown countless times before. Each expedition had its own challenges, but the allure of discovery always outweighed the risks. He was an explorer, and fear was a luxury he couldn't afford. The thrill of uncovering the secrets hidden within the Earth's depths drove him forward, pushing the boundaries of human endurance and curiosity. As he moved deeper into the cave, he couldn't help but wonder about the stories these walls could tell. Ancient civilizations might have once sought refuge here, leaving behind traces of their existence. The thought of uncovering such relics filled him with a sense of purpose. Each step was a journey through time, a chance to connect with the past in a way few ever could. John meticulously mapped his path, ensuring that every twist and turn was documented. This was not just an adventure but a scientific endeavor, a quest to expand human knowledge. With each new discovery, he felt a surge of accomplishment. The cave, with all its mysteries and dangers, was a testament to the resilience and curiosity of the human spirit, and as he glimpsed a faint light at the end of the tunnel, he knew that this journey, like all the others, would leave an indelible mark on his soul. John wasn't new to the dangers and allure of exploration. He had spent decades honing his skills, becoming one with the wild terrains he ventured into. He had navigated treacherous jungles, scaled towering peaks, and faced nature's wrath head-on. Each challenge only fueled his passion further. For years, John delved into the Earth's hidden depths, spelunking in dark, mysterious caves that few dared to enter. The underground world was his playground. Each expedition was a love letter to the unknown, a testament to human curiosity and resilience. The ancient formations and artifacts he discovered told stories of a time long forgotten. This cave system, however, was different. It was unlike any he had encountered before, with an eerie atmosphere that sent shivers down his spine. It had whispered tales of unexplored passages and breathtaking formations for years. The allure of the unknown was irresistible. Legends spoke of lost civilizations and creatures unseen by modern man. The cave paintings and sculptures hinted at a world shrouded in mystery. John, ever the skeptic, was drawn to the challenge, eager to map its depths and debunk the myths. He meticulously examined ancient inscriptions, trying to piece together the cave's secrets. He was prepared for the physical demands, the exhaustion, the hunger. Long hours of exploration had taught him the importance of endurance and perseverance. Nothing, however, could prepare him for the psychological toll of the unending darkness. The oppressive blackness played tricks on his mind, making him question his every move. Yet, amidst the darkness, there were moments of pure exhilaration. Discovering hidden chambers filled with ancient relics made every hardship worthwhile. John meticulously documented his findings, sketching formations and planning his next move. His journal became a treasure trove of knowledge, capturing the essence of his journey. Emerging from the cave, the sunlight breaking through, John felt a sense of triumph. Each expedition was a step closer to unraveling the mysteries of the underground world. Around the campfire, he shared his stories with fellow adventurers. The camaraderie and shared passion for exploration created bonds that lasted a lifetime. With each tale, the excitement for future expeditions grew. The map in his hands was not just a guide, but a promise of new adventures and discoveries waiting to be made. The entrance had been deceptively easy to find, a gaping maw hidden beneath a tangle of roots and vines. The initial descent was a steep drop, followed by a series of narrow tunnels that twisted and turned like a serpent's coil. John meticulously marked his path, his headlamp illuminating the rough walls and uneven floors. He marveled at the intricate formations, stalactites and stalagmites reaching towards each other like ancient dancers frozen in time. The deeper he ventured, the more complex the cave system became. Passages branched out in every direction, some barely wide enough to squeeze through, others opening into vast caverns that echoed with unseen waterfalls. Hours turned into what felt like days. The passage of time became meaningless in the oppressive darkness. Each second stretched into an eternity, and John could no longer tell if it was day or night outside the cave. The silence, once awe-inspiring, now pressed in on John, amplifying every rustle and creak. The cave, which had initially felt like a grand cathedral of nature, now seemed like a tomb. Every sound echoed ominously, making him hyper-aware of his isolation. He rationed his supplies carefully, the weight of each step a reminder of his dwindling resources. Each sip of water and bite of food was measured, knowing that running out could mean the difference between life and death. The backpack, once filled with hope and excitement, now felt like a burden of survival. He tried to focus on the task at hand, mapping the cave, taking samples, but a gnawing anxiety began to creep into his thoughts. The scientific curiosity that had driven him into the depths was now overshadowed by a primal fear. The walls seemed to close in, and the air felt thicker, harder to breathe. He had encountered dead ends before, passages that led to nowhere. Each dead end was a blow to his morale, a reminder of the labyrinthine nature of the cave. The frustration built up, making each wrong turn feel like a personal failure. But this time felt different. The cave seemed more sinister, as if it were alive and intent on trapping him. The usual thrill of exploration was replaced by a growing sense of dread. The darkness seemed to have a life of its own, closing in on him, whispering doubts in his ear. It was as if the shadows were sentient, feeding off his fear and uncertainty. The once solid ground beneath his feet now felt unstable, as if it could give way at any moment. He shook his head, trying to dispel the irrational thoughts. He reminded himself of his training, of the countless hours spent preparing for this expedition. He was not one to be easily swayed by fear, but the cave was testing his limits. He was a scientist, a man of logic. Facts and data were his allies, not superstition and fear. He examined the rock formations, trying to find patterns, clues that would lead him to safety. His analytical mind worked overtime, searching for a solution. There was a way out. He just had to find it. Determination surged through him, pushing back the encroaching darkness. He knew that giving in to fear would be his downfall. With renewed resolve, he pressed on, his flashlight cutting through the gloom, guiding him towards the hope of escape. Section 5. A body betrayed. The fall was his first major setback. He had misjudged a ledge, his foot slipping on the damp rock. He landed hard, a sharp pain shooting up his leg. Cursing under his breath, he checked for broken bones, relieved to find only a sprain. His supplies, however, hadn't fared as well. His water bottle lay cracked on the ground, its precious contents seeping into the earth. Panic welled up inside him. Dehydration was a real threat down here, and his rations were already running low. He had to find a way out, and fast. Section 6. Whispers in the dark. He pushed on, his injured leg slowing his progress. The darkness seemed to press in on him, the silence punctuated by the sound of his own ragged breathing. He started to hear things, whispers just at the edge of his hearing, scrabbling sounds that echoed from the depths of the cave. He knew it was just his imagination, his mind playing tricks on him, but he couldn't shake the feeling that he wasn't alone. The legends he had dismissed as folklore suddenly seemed all too real in the suffocating darkness. He quickened his pace, driven by a primal fear he couldn't ignore. Section 7. A glimmer in the distance. Just when his hope began to dwindle, he saw it, a faint glimmer of light in the distance. His heart leaped in his chest. Could it be? Was it the exit, or another cruel trick of the light? He surged forward, ignoring the throbbing pain in his leg, his headlamp cutting through the darkness like a beacon of hope. As he drew closer, his heart pounded with anticipation. The light grew stronger, revealing a large cavern ahead. He stumbled into the open space, his eyes struggling to adjust to the comparative brightness. This had to be it, his way out. But as his vision cleared, his hopes were dashed against the unforgiving rocks of reality. The light wasn't an exit at all. it was a luminescent fungus, its eerie glow illuminating a scene of utter despair. The cavern was a dead end, a vast chamber with no visible exits. John sank to his knees, the weight of his situation crashing down on him. He was trapped, lost in a labyrinth of his own making. The darkness that had always been a presence now felt like an entity, a predator that had stalked him through the tunnels and finally had him cornered. Despair threatened to consume him, but he couldn't give in. He had come so far, faced so much, he wouldn't let the darkness win. He forced himself to his feet, his body screaming in protest. He searched for hours, his headlamp casting long, dancing shadows on the cave walls. But there was nothing, no sign of an exit, no hint of a passage. His headlamp flickered, its battery nearing its end. As the light dimmed, so did his hope. He was out of time, out of options. In the end, it wasn't the darkness that took him, but the silence. The oppressive, deafening silence that seemed to suck the air from his lungs. He slumped against the cold, damp wall, his body finally giving in to exhaustion. He pulled out a crumpled photograph from his pocket, a picture of his wife and children, their smiles a stark contrast to the darkness that surrounded him. He clung to the image, their faces a reminder of the life that awaited him above, a life he would never again experience. The cave, once a symbol of adventure and discovery, now stood as a tomb, a testament to the raw power of nature and the fragility of human life. It was a harsh reminder that the pursuit of knowledge, the allure of the unknown, often came with a hefty price. John's story, lost in the echoing silence of the cave, serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder that for all its beauty and wonder, nature is a force to be respected, a wilderness that can both captivate and consume those who dare to venture too far.